We're live.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tales from the Yawning Portal, where a bunch of kicky-ass guys stare at the camera and play Dungeons & Dragons. I'm Fausto, I'll be your DM for tonight, and before I say these are our players, we need to remember that we're not affiliated another bunch of legalese words that I should remember but I never do, with Wizard of the Coast LLC. We just play D&D because millions of people do it in this world, and we do it without shame, and so you can watch our games. Now, that said, let's introduce our players. Ben!
I'll be playing Brock, the greatest craftsman in the cosmos.
You're modest. Yorit!
I'll be playing Levarion, the paladin who apparently spends a lot of money on everybody except himself.
Stan!
I'll be playing Tarlin, the Drow Warlock.
And
Who,
Eric! Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Go for it.
Who prefers to spend his money on himself.
Would make sense. And Eric!
He was playing Alexander Radovich, the High Elf Ranger, who prefers to just make money.
That makes sense. Davide is not going to be with us tonight, and in fact, he's not going to be with us anymore. Because, you know, life is a real thing that happens.
He had to return to his home planet.
He had to return to his own planet, yes, Krypton, which disappeared, so where will he go? And, but, it's possible that next week we will have, you know, a new player. Who knows?
Or an old player.
Or an old player in new clothes, in new invisible clothes.
Please
Wow.
don't.
We will see. I just got an
Please,
idea, guys. We
invisible
should do
clothes.
like a naked session.
Yeah, no. Let's not.
Let's not do that. Okay.
Sure.
Can we at least wait until the summer?
Because what happens in summer? You go to the gym in summer?
No, basically he's
No, it's
inferring
warm.
it's warm, you don't have cold weather, so it will be more impressive as a session.
But no, you know where it's called. All the important bits are harder.
Look,
I disagree. I disagree.
the answer to this is our next campaign. We all play Viking style characters and just do what the Skyrim Vikings do. Just wear nothing.
Yes, we will only wear blue paint. That's
And
We
IKEA
paint-
furniture. If you can't buy it at IKEA, you can't wear it.
You guys are misinformed.
something like that. Okay, very well. Where were we, guys? I think last we met, which was you know some time ago.
A month.
Yeah, we were hunting down some dark elves. Why were we hunting down these dark elves?
They weren't they
because-
hunting us, so we had to hunt them.
Yeah, they were hunting you. Apparently, they wanted Levarion for some
It
reason.
was mutually assured stabbing.
Yes. So you tracked them down, and you did stab them and kill them. And I think
For good cause, we did
for
it
good
because
cause.
one of us wanted to initiate into something.
yes,
Yes, that
Alexander was about to join the Mercy Killers, and hunting down these villains probably guaranteed his entrance into the faction, which is good. Yeah, Alexander, did I give you faction points for that?
I don't remember.
As you probably ignore what faction points are, I guess I didn't give them to you.
I know how
So-
many I have.
Yeah. So Alexander, I guess you can write down that you are a mercy killer and you already have 2 faction points.
Now you can toot your own horn.
Yes. And I guess after that happened, did we also already go back to the Yawning Portal?
I don't believe we did.
Is that what you wish to do?
Seems logical.
Yes, it does seem logical.
Yes. Also because some of you were wounded, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah, you spent the night, and so you could rest and pass the level, which you did. So most probably, there you are, into the Yawning Portal. All right then. So it is a new day in the Yawning Portal, and yes, you're probably having your late breakfast. You know, like it's
Second
probably-
breakfast.
second breakfast for those of you that are halflings, and
Which is none of us.
which is none of you. Tarling, you were pretending to be
No,
dead.
I
Very
misclicked.
important part of breakfast.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to click that. Yeah, I don't know if they changed the layout of the spell page.
Oh
or-
yeah, in fact they did. But if you see, so now the description of the spells. So for everybody playing on Roll20, the description of the spell, instead of
Oh,
having
there's a lot
to
of text.
modify the spell, there is a little E for information next to spells. If you click on that I from information, it will close the window.
Ah, yes.
Did I explain myself in a very bad way?
No, it's clear to me.
Yeah, okay.
It's basically what the downward arrows are usually.
Yeah, like
So we just have to
Not-
click through all our spells.
yeah, because
Nice.
before, in order to get the text, either you cast the spell or you have to click on the cog and like modify the spell, stuff like that. Now it's just there.
No, this is probably
Which is
for the
actually-
better.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. Okay then. So yeah, as I was saying, you're there. It's late in the morning, and you are having your breakfast. Maybe talking with some locals, for those of you that do this kind of stuff. And
Yeah, I'll actually spend some time trying to wiggle more information out of locals if they have seen or heard of more drow in the city.
okay, very well. Make me an investigation test,
God, investigation. I have that.
please.
Let me have that. Oh God, no.
Okay. Well, you're there. You know what? Just here, and there is this guy here. I want to say a human called Tancred. Apparently, he does know one specific dark elf that kind of goes around here in the Yawning portal, and he says, "Ah, maybe I can introduce you to him." Though he's not really the nicest.
Is it Tarlin?
It is not Tarlin. He says he goes by the name of Anomander.
Oh,
He says, and he says he's not like the friendliest person ever, but you know, if you're really looking for fellow dark elves, let's just say he's
Can
not
I-
he's not
do
a
I-
low tide. That's what it is.
Do I know of Anomander?
Okay, you have been here in the Yawning portal for some time, so I want to say that by name, yes. If you also make me
Is his second name Rake?
no, but he's based on that. If you must know it,
Okay.
and since you got it, you have inspiration. But that's important.
you have to have read the books Fausto's read to get inspiration.
That's a fact. That's
Hey, it
actually
helps.
that's the nepotism that we use.
You have to
So-
get into your GM's head.
Just like that. Here, for those of you that want to know about Anomander. Okay. So, but while you are making these inquiries, you notice that the lights inside the Yawning portal are getting dimmer. For a moment there, you think it's just, you know, something that the owners of the Yawning portal want to do, but then you notice Dernan's face and the people working there and the other people, the other clients, looking around as the light go dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. It doesn't become true darkness, but clearly, instead of the usual clear light that you can see in the Yawning portal, everything looks a bit like at sundown in a certain way. It's kind of crepuscular. And then you start to hear a voice spreading, like coming out almost like from the walls. And the voice sounds like a chorus of voices, both male and female. And they say something to the effect of, "You cannot fool that. You can only serve it." And then you see that 3 patrons present in the room, they stand up and they kind of shed some dark cloaks that they had, and they spread these black and golden wings. I think it's Control Z or Alt Z.
Shift Z.
Shift Z.
Gotta hold it in. There you go.
That.
Oh,
And you see, and you see 3 of these creatures. They look like pale angels with black wings, dressed in golden armor, with long raven hair, and each of them has a sight in her hand, and chains dressing them almost like a gown. Brock, you're responding.
No. I accidentally. I was closing the information on all the spells, and I accidentally hit that button.
Okay, and you see that. So as I was saying, they stand up. They kind of start spreading their wings. The bystander look around, and you see that they start to point in 3 different directions. This one points with their sight in the direction of Alexander. This one points with her sight in the direction of Muada. And this one points with her sight in the direction of Brock and Levi.
Okay, I only see a token for the second one.
No, I see all 3 of them.
So one is here, one is here.
I only
right,
see
yeah.
this one.
You don't see anything here?
Nope.
Or
Well,
here.
then that's your version of Roll20. I'm sorry to say, mate. We
Yeah,
can see
because
it.
I see them on Twitch, so that must
I
be
can
something.
see all 3.
Okay.
Maybe you have to refresh the screen or something. And that said, after they have pointed their sights, they start to fly in your direction,
Okay.
and the shit hits the fan.
You know, I never was much for the bondage type, so you're gonna stay over there. Fucking chain. Why is it that everybody that doesn't have, like, regular... This is gonna sound very racist. As a high elf, I am superior to other races.
Oh.
But why is it that every race that has, like, grayish colored skin is always a dickhead and obsessed with chains?
Well, I'm not wearing chains.
Tell me, are you on the map?
You're an exception, not the rule.
I'm restarting Roll20 and now
sorry.
Roll20 is lagging as hell.
But did I put your token somewhere? Did you see your token?
I'm next to
Yeah, I
Fel.
saw it. Yeah, you're next.
I still see only 1 token even after restarting.
Don't know what to tell you, my friend.
Internet hates you.
The internet hates you, yeah. Something like that.
Well, fortunately, it's the one that's closest to you. So
Yeah, maybe that's the thing. Like, maybe you only see the one that really wants you. Something like that.
Shadow Throne has his eye on you.
Yeah.
And these are
No.
medium creatures, right?
They are
ones
medium
closest
creatures,
to
yeah.
me I don't
Too
see,
small.
because I'm looking at the Twitch as well.
Quick question. Was this
Yeah.
the game that lets you up a skill when you pick a feat, or was that the other one?
That was the other one.
That was the other one.
And it
Okay,
wasn't a
just
skill.
making sure. Because I didn't do it when I picked a feat last, and I was like,
Correct.
should I have done that?
Good,
Yeah.
you should have done.
Good.
Okay, Talin, I will roll your initiative just so that we are in the game.
Okay.
And I rolled very good for you. You should thank me. Okay, Levarion, what is
Okay.
it that you do?
Considering that there's a lot of innocents around, I'll go. Turn, but do something about this! And I'll rush forward if I can get my token to move. Apparently I can. 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh, I miss being a monk. And I'll engage the angel in combat. Oh.
Right.
to hit?
So, wow, 30 is definitely a hit.
God damn!
Okay, so you hit it. You do notice that the radiant power surrounding your blade seems to have less effect on this creature.
Mm-hmm.
So she's clearly resistant to radiant damage. And you understand that there is something I don't say divine about it, but clearly she's a creature of that serves the gods in a certain. Okay, so that's 3 less, so I would say 18.
Number 2.
Number 2, it's again a hit, and again 4 less.
And then standing next to a lady, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'll expend a spell slot and cast Shield of Faith on her,
All right.
because that's a bonus action. Get out of here!
Okay, Brock.
Alright, Brock is going to... He's going to jump up on this table and, well, actually, I guess it's got to go around up 2, 3, 4, and then get up on this table. And then he just declares to the bar, "Everyone, get behind me, we'll protect yous."
All right.
And I guess he will just prepare his hammer in case she does enter melee range.
Okay.
Just
Talon.
more like that.
Well, I've been warning them about this, not to break their deal with.
Yes, Talon, and especially
I will-
you hear a whisper, maybe something that only you can hear, that says, "I am protecting you. You need not fear from us."
All right. Yeah, I'm renewing my mage armor just in case,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll keep eating my breakfast.
Right. Talon, you have inspiration. Alexander.
Being a man who really enjoys preparedness,
Mm-hmm.
the one that's charging me, I just give this smile as I touch my own chest, kind of like pulling the bow off my back. It's like, you really shouldn't have said you serve anybody. That's the wrong button.
Okay.
Don't have truth!
Spell-
Just because
Spells
fuck
are
you!
flying like hell. Okay. So you surround yourself with a protection, magical protection.
Yeah, so these things seem to be serving a god, so Alexander seems to have a feeling that they're either a fiend or a celestial.
All right.
So he prepares himself for their onslaught, and as a bonus action, as a half act, sorry.
Go Warhammer.
That is exactly what it is. And as a bonus action, I activate my animated shield.
All right. So your shield starts to float in front of you to protect you. Nuada looks at the thing and says, "Ha! I do not fear your master." And he throws himself at her and start to hit her with everything he has. It's a hit.
Spend a key point to stun it.
It's a hit. Of course, he will spend a key point to hit it more. It's a hit. That's a miss, though. That's a hit. Okay, he does hit her like 3 times. So that's 25 and 31. Not bad, guys. You're actually doing good. Okay, so, but then it's the turn of these things. And what happens is the first thing they will do is they will look. So the one next to Alexander. Let me see the target of this. 30 feet from each other. Are you 30 feet from your friends? Probably not. Okay, very well. So Alexander, the one next to you will look at you and she will say, "We are here only for the traitor. You need not fear us." And she will cast a spell at you, Alexander.
She may try.
I'm whispering everything for some reason, but you can roll me a wisdom saving throw 19.
Would it be a
It's a
charm?
charm.
effect?
It is a charm spell.
I cannot be charmed. As
Hi,
per
elves.
protection from good
Alright.
evil and good. That's if that spell affects them.
What do you mean?
Is this thing like an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead? Because if so, I am
It's-
not affected by them.
It's a celestial, yeah.
Alright, then I'm not.
Yeah, but
affected.
aren't you also immune because you're an elf?
I don't think elves get a.
Or you get a bonus
I
on
mean,
it.
yeah.
Or
I
is
get
there's a bonus? I don't know.
And sleep you're
no,
immune
I'll just-
to. Charm you've got advantage against, I think.
Advantage, right?
I think.
I get advantage against it, but I was trying to make sure the spell would actually apply for the
I will
immunity.
check it out.
Yeah.
It does. That's good. That's fine. Fey Ancestry, it gives you advantage. Okay, very well. So, yeah, you're protected from evil, so her spell is like this. For what concerns Levarion and Brock, you can do the same thing, both of you, because she cast it as a 5th level spell.
And it's
So
a
you can
wisdom
both
check.
make me a wisdom check, 19. Yeah, you saved Levarion. Okay, very well. So clearly the charms of these creatures are nothing for you. While the one on Wada, it's using his sight on him to attack him. Missing miserably. And again. So clearly not there around. Now, the other thing that happens is that from the famous portal of the Yawning portal, you start to see a literal wave of shadows coming out.
The soft clicky clacky of copy pasting.
Whoa. Whoa!
And this wave of shadow coming out of the portal, and you see that kind of like going to harass everyone into the tavern. You see even Dernan at this point like taking something from behind the counter, which looks like a great sword, and starting to wage.
Thought you were
into
gonna
these
say
creatures.
shotgun.
Yeah, if only.
It's a shot long sword.
And so the whole thing starts to become a free for all inside this place. Levarion.
Alrighty, so Tamsil doesn't move at all?
Who doesn't move?
Tamsil.
Oh yeah, sure. What do you say? Take cover. So she will like disengage and
Because she appears to be a Tamsil in distress.
she does. Yeah, she will disengage and jump behind it.
Good. So I'll go and I'll clear a path for Brock so he can move past me.
Mhm.
And I'll go here. And then I'll lash out at the angel again.
Go for it.
Go. That's one.
That is a hit,
Uh,
and that is a miss.
I figured. Let's see if I can do any more cool stuff. That's an action, that's an action. Oh, that's a misclick.
Spells are just flying here.
Yeah. And no, I can't because I have to hold concentration on the thing, I guess.
Right,
That will be me.
Brock.
Do these seem to be like undead shadows, or like do we have no experience with these, or?
I will say roll me Arcana check.
Okay. Brock is not the best at those, but he is trained. An 18.
Okay, so you do not think that these are undead. They seem to be like living shadows.
All right. Well,
In a way, more monstrosities or aberrations than undead.
he is going to call out to everyone. Get back from the edges I'm about to bring the sun down on these things. And basically he's just going to prepare to cast Dawn at the center of the Yawning portal. However, he can see that there are some civilians still in the sort of range. So,
You also see that these shadows are about to spread all around the tavern. So,
if he casts it inside the cylinder, will it not spread as far, or
how big is it?
it's a 30-foot radius?
So there are squares on this map.
Yeah.
That's it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But you usually say square too and not circle.
Yeah, square. Yeah, do it square. So,
Mm.
or make a circle if you, whatever you find it. You do that thing, and then let me.
You do you.
You do your thing. Yeah.
Let's see.
It is huge. It doesn't even say up to. It just says it must be 30. Damn.
I don't know exactly how big that is there. Oh, you fucker.
See? Square was better. Okay, but so you want to wait or do you want to cast it now?
I want to basically...
Move it up one.
Yeah.
I
think it's bigger than that though.
It is, yeah.
Let's see, that's only 5 wide.
I'll make it bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, another 2. One more.
These people haven't moved anything?
Yeah, when it's the turn of the shadows, they will also start to themselves. Like, you know, it's the NPC turn, let's say.
Yeah.
Their damn selves.
It would be like this.
Yeah, it would be like this. Okay, very well. Yeah, okay, but so basically it's more in the center. Okay, yeah, then I would say that's the thing. If you don't wait, a few bystanders will be in it. If you wait a bit, a lot of the shadows will be in it, but some will get up.
Yeah.
So that's up to you, what you want to do.
I can't harm innocence. I'm not that kind of douche.
Okay, so
So
you
Not
will wait
that kind of cleric.
I'm holding it until they've moved.
until then. Okay, very well. Tom.
But it's sort of starting to grow. I'm like, you gotta get out of the way! Can't hold it much longer!
That blasted light comes pretty close, so I will change chairs and continue with my eggs.
Alexander.
Seeing this isn't quite his problem,
Mm-hmm.
Alexander kind of pulls out a holy flask. He's like, part of me says this is my problem, not my fight. They're kind of doing a pretty bad thing in a pretty open tavern. He's kind of mulling about the value of stepping in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the hell? I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't step in. I'm going to toss the vial of holy water at the angel closest to me. What kind of armor does it look like she's wearing?
It looks like she's wearing. It's more like a harness made of gold. You don't think that thing would give much protection, but clearly the creature is her own skin, and the harness has a celestial quality to it that protects her. So it's natural armor.
I'm going to throw the flask at her, pull my bow, and shoot the one across by Nawada once, and then I'll shoot the one down by Lavarian once, as per my. I can't remember exactly what skill it is. Is it Planar Warrior?
Go for
It's not Planar Warrior. I get 3 attacks as long as it's on different people. So
Yeah.
Holy water flask.
So holy water flask at her, which misses her.
Shame. And these 2 shots will be
Hit
gambled.
the dude with the horns.
Gamble number 1 hits.
21 damage.
On which one?
That's against
This
that one,
was
right?
the one I called out next.
Okay. And this is magical damage?
It is not.
It is not. Okay. She seems to be resistant to your arrows. But still, hit her.
Now we know. Now we know.
Okay, so Nuada,
Get out of there!
yeah, he has to get out of there. Like, completely get out of there. Okay, you know what Nuada will do, maybe? He will, key point disengage, right? And put himself, like, here. And then he will pew-pew her with her longbow. Pew. Pew. Hitting once for 12 damage. Alright. Okay, then it will be the angel's turn. Okay, so I want to say, Brock, you roll me either an intimidation or persuasion test to see how much people have heard you and are doing what you want.
Intimidation or persuasion?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trained in persuasion, so let's go with that.
Go for
Yes, another crit! Yes!
So I would say that, yes, all the people have clearly understood what you meant and they moved away.
Which means...
And you manage to blast this thing while the majority
forget
of the
her.
shadow are, yes. While the majorities of the people of the enemies there are.
Alright, so it's a DC 15 con save.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The things aren't really creatures. What is happening is that you do notice that you have just dissolved a big amount of these things, especially here to the middle.
Yep.
While some of them are, well, they went out. But they aren't really like attacking people. They look more like an environmental effect that are harassing people and surrounding them in these shadows. And some kind of torpor is going over people that are surrounded by the shadows. What is the one there? Okay, so I would like everyone here to make me. First is the shadows. Alright, everybody here to make me a wisdom saving throw. 19.
Ha! 25.
Nice.
9.
Everyone?
They do not seem to bother you.
Okay.
Tardans just go like, eggs. Shady eggs.
Okay, so 19. Okay, so what happens is that Nuada and Alexander, you both suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Boy, howdy, that's rough.
Okay. And then it's the angels. The angels do have to save. They are creatures, so it's a constitution.
For only one of them, I think. Yeah.
That one. She has advantage. But still,
But it's
she
radiant,
failed.
yeah. 27
It's
radiant.
radiant. Unfortunately, it's radiant, so she's resistant to radiant damage.
Yeah.
So it's 13 points of damage. Okay, very well. Okay, and then is the angels. So, the one angel next to Levarion and Brock. Let me see how bad she is. Okay, no. She will try once again to charm both of you. So you can both make me a wisdom saving throw
Wait,
19.
Let's just be really nice and easy for you. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
sure.
Was it Brock?
Okay. So actually, you can be charmed. Okay, very well.
I think she would have figured it out by now. Like,
I would say that she figured it out now. Okay.
Oh, so I'm in it. Okay. That's
So
all.
you are in it. Okay. So the one next to Alexander, she will also do the same. She will cast a charm spell on you. You can make me a charisma save 19.
If it charms me, I'm not affected by it.
Sorry, she knows that you are immune. You are completely immune. Yeah. Okay, then yeah. So she will just come to you and say, "Well, then suffer." I'm a class. Oh, Jesus. Shadow Throne, get better server. Oh well, a 20.
A 20 is a hit. Two
So
more than my armor
that's
class.
Is it? But you have the shield up, and she has this advantage.
yeah, she's advanced. So
Shield's
that's
only 2, right?
35 points of damage.
Ow.
And then the one on Nuada. A miss. And a oh, girls. Ooh. Okay, Levarian.
Right, I'll go. Now, don't you have better things to do than to try and harass the innocent?
Wow. Okay.
And in the second one, I'll just dump a 3rd level
I guess you should. Yes.
smitey.
Okay, but let me count this. So it's 24 minus 4 plus. Oh God. So 24 minus 4 plus 19 plus 7 minus minus 1 and 4, so minus 5 plus 25 minus 13. So that's 53 total. Okay. There was Lavarian. Brock.
Alright, I am going to move around the light to here. Do the shadows impede my movement?
The shadows do not impede your movement.
And I say to Lavarian, we gotta dispatch these so we can get over to Nawada and the others. And then I bring down a Titan strike on her. Oh, bugger. Actually, I would like to use one of my luck points
Go for it.
to
Not
reroll
yours.
that.
Oh, you didn't have inspiration.
So I'll just re-roll the whole thing.
Yeah.
A 22.
That's a hit. Yeah. So
For
that's,
12 bludgeoning and fire and 8 thunder.
She is not resistant to any of this, so it's 20 damage.
And if she moves, she takes
Nice.
more.
Okay. Tallinn.
I'll try and look around with my arcana and see if I can kind of understand what is going on exactly.
In what way? What do you mean?
Yeah, like all the kinds of magic flying around, and I know that it's not affecting me, but I still want to at least have a look now that I've eaten. And
All right. Make me an insight check. Well, what you are getting here is that, especially when they mention the traitor in some way, you have the feeling that they have it mostly with Nuada. And now I don't know how much Nuada said in the past, but I think he did mention something like he was a bit the one starting with we should go against Shadow Throne, and he mentioned some Queen of the Dead and stuff like that, and thieves. Yeah, so clearly it seems that Shadow Throne, to say it poetically, has enough of his shit, of his bullshit, and is coming to get him.
all right.
Alexander, you start to feel, the tiredness washing over you.
That I do. Well, this lady's about to get everything that I have left. And by have left, I mean pretty much just everything.
Okay.
Is that fire behind her active?
Yes, it's a fireplace.
Right. I am going to attack her,
Uh-huh.
but I'm going to substitute the attack with a shove action.
Okay. So roll me an athletics check. Or, yeah, athletics.
It's not great, but we'll give it a try for cinematic purposes. No,
Well, she could still fail. I mean, let's see.
I doubt
It's
it.
the might of angels.
She does not fail.
I'm not surprised. So this failing, he'll kind of try to make it look like he's just trying to do something cool by like kicking off her.
Also, don't forget, I think since you are one level of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on your skill check.
Wouldn't have mattered in that case.
Yeah, it's the same.
Trying to make that kind of look like he's just trying to do something cool. He's gonna kick off her like, oh yeah, that's a shame. It's a good thing she's 30, right? And the second attack will be on her. And I am going to teleport 10 feet away.
Alright.
So let me quickly figure out where I'll end up. I'll end up over here. This won't be a sharpshooter shot. I'm not rolling too hot today.
Did you... Ah, yeah, you teleported. Right. 17 is actually a miss.
15 is a miss.
Yeah.
Right. I don't have anything else that I can use my bonus action for because my bonus action relied on hitting.
Alright, so Nuada, surrounded by shadows and angels, will try to attack the angel again.
Step into the light!
Yeah, well, wouldn't I be hard if I step into the light?
Oh, yes, you would.
Okay, so no, I guess. Okay, very well. So, no, yes, and yes. Okay. More key points. That's 13. All right. So the shadows keep spreading around. Okay, people here they try to use their weapons or actually run away from the place. So we're not going to keep track of each of them. The shadows keep gathering a bit around you and a lot more around Nuada. But you see that your light is kind of like, you know, this flow of shadows is coming out of the portal. Your light is kind of like stopping their advance, or at least slowing their advance. Okay, I would like once again everyone to roll me a Wisdom saving throw 19.
So close.
Ooh.
I
Gonna
don't
use an
think my
inspiration
luck-
there. What the flying actual fuck? I'm rolling as bad as Shadow Throne.
All right. So, which inspiration? You have an inspiration?
You gave me an inspiration
Ah,
for
true.
getting
Very well
the
done. Okay, I'm
break.
sorry, it didn't work. Okay, so Alexander, you have a second level of. How do you do 2? How do you put number 2 on the thing? Can I?
You should just have to hit the number 2 on your keyboard.
When you've got it hovering over like the red or something, you just press 2, like the blue dot. Just hover the mouse over the blue dot and press 2.
I like that. Okay, very well. So Alexander, you have 2 levels of exhaustion. Levario, you have your first level of exhaustion. And Brock saved, very well done. And Nuada has second level of exhaustion.
Got to be some benefits to being a priesty
Yeah, that's
person.
true. Okay. So, the angel on you, Alexander, will come. Let's see if it works this time. Yes. And no. So it's 36 points of damage.
Ooh.
Then we have one angel on Levarion and Brock. This angel is a bit in trouble, I see here. But yeah, she has a mission. So she will go even on Levarion or Brock.
Oh, I'll fucking taunt her.
Yeah, that's you. It is you. So,
Yeah, I would have taken it anyway.
that's a miss and that's a hit. So it's normally, I think you are resistant to necrotic damage because your
I
sword.
think so, yep.
Yeah, so it's only 9 and 6. 16, 25 points of damage already resisted. And then we have the one on Nuada. Nuada. Okay. She will do a thing on him. Okay, so you see that she starts to cast soothing words at Nuada. You see Nuada slowly starting to walk to the light of Brock's spell. Levar.
Okay. I'm gonna slash at the angel lady.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I have to roll
That's
disadvantage.
definitely a hit.
I'm gonna do another roll 20 because I have a disadvantage on skill checks, right?
But attack is not a skill check.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I just have to take away 2 from your damage, so it's 14.
Does a 19 hit?
Hey, you are hitting like a paladin. Yeah, a 19 hits, and it's 14. She's not
I'm
looking good.
Gonna throw in one more smite.
Go for it. So it's only 3. Okay.
6 for my higher level class.
Sorry, you did 2. So it's another 3. Okay. All right, Brock. She looks really bad.
All right. In which case, I will Titan strike her. Spend another luck point.
Double 1, it's a miss. Another luck point? Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Yeah. It's a 13, so it's still a miss. And then I will cast a spiritual weapon next to Noordar, and let's see, I just gotta double check which level I have access to. Level 6. So, I'm like, don't worry, mate, I'll help protect ya!
Yeah,
And,
he seems a bit apathetic.
Oops, did I cast that? Yes, 25. So against this one.
25 is definitely a hit, and it's
And-
force damage.
Oh no, I should put that on myself, right?
Let me see a thing.
Done that. What?
I think she just failed. Not because she was keeping concentration on something.
Ah,
Okay, yeah, Nuada seems less apathetic. Alright, Tallinn.
Yes, Alexander was shouting at me, so I'll respond to him.
I'll attack him.
No. I'll respond to him telepathically, though. I've been warning you not to back out of your deals, but I'll keep you alive, no worries.
I never made a deal, buddy. I'm just fighting right now because they're threatening lives.
Right, Alexander.
Right. I'm in a bit of a sticky situation.
Try and get to us.
Normally, Alexander would try to be as slippery as possible, but he's kind of got like the mercy killer kind of code in his head, and he doesn't want to risk innocent people. So he's gonna at least stand his ground for hopefully one more turn. Oh, I'm probably gonna regret this.
yeah, I think we're all gonna regret this.
Do the shadows seem like they can be hurt?
The shadow, they look more like some kind of environmental effect. The light affected them to slow them down, but they don't, like you see people moving their weapons around and just going through them.
Right.
I don't think you can physically attack them. Some spells could work.
Right. That is a very important thing. Fuck. Oh my god. Action. Bonus action. I am going to stop concentrating on protection from good and evil, as it doesn't seem to be assisting me.
Oh well.
I will use my bonus action to Zephyr Strike.
All right.
give myself advantage on attacks,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna lay all my attacks into her.
Go for it.
I don't suffer disadvantage.
Opportunity attack.
Crossbow expert. So, all 3 attacks against her, and kind of in a desperate way, I'm gonna gamble all of these.
All right. It was 2 of them are
Decent.
hits. So they're both halved. So
Yeah.
all right. Nwada is there thanks to the spiritual weapon of Brock. He regained his senses, so to say. There is a lot of shadow around him. But you know what he will do? He will try to, first of all, he will look at you heroically and seeing more and more shadows coming out. So, and he will, shout that typical thing that they do in movies, something like, "They only want me! Go, guys! Go! Don't worry about me!" And he will, kind of taunt the angel in front of him and say, "Show me where is your god? I want to see him. I want to see him in the face." And he strikes at the angel in front of him first, missing and hitting, and then he will use a key point to disengage and put himself here. Well, just outside. Oh yeah, inside your light.
What? No!
Come here if you dare!
Oh god. So I should roll some first damage.
Yeah, sure.
19.
All right, it's just a scratch for Nwada. The
Would he move
angels.
in further? Like if he's going to bait them in,
Yeah,
now
the
they can
thing
just
is,
strike him from the side.
Yeah, but he only has half movement because he has
He's a monk, he has like 50 movement.
25 now because he's only half. So,
Don't question the dungeon master.
no, but you
Oh,
don't need to.
Dungeon Master.
You can question me. That's no problem. But most of the time, you will realize that I'm right. So the angels they press the attack, and you see that this one angel, the shadows and the angel. Wait, I will do him last. Let's do first the one on Alexander. Alexander, you are not protected from evil, right?
I am no longer protected.
Okay, then I think I can do this thing 3 times per day. Oh, but you're almost down. Okay, no. She will look at you and she will say, "Time to sleep, little man."
I am pretty sleepy.
And she will hit you for 36 points of damage.
Yup. Puts me to 0.
And then she will fly 90 feet. Through this radiant thing. Constitution save, right? Which she fails. No, 15. She succeeds, so you can alpha of alpha. I suppose. So that's 4 points of damage. She will do a second hit on Nwada, which will miss because his armor costs 20. This one angel in between you, you see that the many wounds you have inflicted her. From her wounds is coming out some kind of smoky substance mixed with golden flecks in a certain way. But she will still attack you, Levarion, then, since you taunted her. She hits and she misses, so it's 28, which for you means only 18.
Still.
The shadows all around you are still affecting you, so I would like everybody to make again a wisdom saving throw 19.
This is getting harder and harder. Ooh.
A 3rd level.
Oh wait, I'm in your aura. Yes, that's a 19.
Yeah, you are in the aura, so that's.
It's a +3 nowadays.
Oh, you
Yeah,
upgraded your
okay.
charisma. Well done.
Alexander, yeah, you failed, but you're also down, so how much this will impact you? Okay. So.
Oh, it's going to impact me because it's saving throws. And
Okay, but then, as I was saying, so the shadows, they surround Nuada, and this angel, like, football tackles him. And he has to roll this with disadvantage. Oh, wait, he has 3 levels. Okay. Alright, so you see him, this angel football tackles him, and he gets, like, pushed inside the Yawning portal, so to say. And you see them, like, falling down with this river of shadows going after them. Nuada looking at you before he falls it.
No!
This is not over! Save yourself! This is not over! The Barbarian.
Well,
That angel just ended a turn in my sunlight too.
Yeah.
missing both attacks.
So 19 damage, I guess, for this
Yeah.
one.
So
Halved.
that's 9. Yeah, you missed both attacks. Probably, seeing Nuada falling down and has changed things for you. Brock.
Brock is just going into a rage, thinking about all of the laid plans. He'll move the spiritual weapon to strike at this one that's in the sunlight. So that was a 6 and 16. I don't know if that hits. I don't think so.
16 does not hit.
And he'll use Titan Strike against the other one with a 16.
Nope.
Fuck.
No. Okay, Talin, you have just seen Nuada disappearing into this emptiness of the Yawning portal.
Yes, I've also.
Just for people looking at home, I rolled it's there to say, but it was supposed to be an acrobatics check. It's the same roll for Nuada.
Okay. I also promised Alexander that I would keep him alive, so I will walk up to him, cast Spare the Dying.
Okay, the very weird thing is that when you walk, the shadows, they kind of like make way, make you go through them.
Okay, but as he wakes up from his, as he becomes stable, I was there when he recited his Mercy Killer's Oath, and I will recite one line of it myself.
All right.
That he probably needs to remember in Tarlin's view.
Okay.
I will not pass judgment on good or evil, only on law abiding and law breaking.
Oh! Did I already give you inspiration to that?
Yes.
Gotcha. Very well. Alexander, you don't need to save because you saved. This angel. Yes?
Actually,
Actually?
What did you say? I sleep.
I'm unconscious. I sleep.
True.
Okay, so.
Oh, he's still
That's it.
unconscious. Yeah, then,
Yeah, he's at 0. Yeah, but
I would still say those.
you have
things
recited
anyway.
the words, yeah. On an instinctual level, he felt it. Okay, so
Do I hear him say that?
well, there is a bit of chaos, and I think in this movie you see all
Too
these
bad.
shadows going around. Wada was screaming. The two of you looked at him, also screaming. It's just like Talin gets near to Alexander.
Tala whispers it in his ear.
It almost, yeah,
That's the
almost like
worst.
a whisper in the words of his spell. He goes like, with that grin on his face, and the camera catches them. People at home see it, but the others. Oh, this is so great. Okay, so we have the angels here. Okay, first of all, you see that the shadows, they are starting to move away and go back inside the portal. Some of them are just dissolving, as the only way to get inside the portal is to go through the dawn of Brock, so they're actually destroyed. And the one angel next to the Yawning portal itself looks at the one standing in between you, and almost like with a sad face, she jumps inside the portal. while the one that is still left here looks at the two of you, and she goes like, "For my lord, Shadow Throne,"
Who
And
has
she keeps-
abandoned you?
and she keeps
Out
attacking
here.
you. Levarion,
Miss?
they're both misses. Yeah, your words must have stunned her in some way. You don't have to roll those saving throws anymore, since the shadows are either disappearing or entering inside the portal. But it is you, Levarion.
Before any further action,
Uh-huh.
it's not too late. You can still join us.
You see that? Do you want this to have some influence on her? Like you wanna stop and talk to her?
I would wish her to, like, discard her ties to Shadow Throne and start just being a free spirit.
Okay, I would like you to make me a persuasion test with
I did.
disadvantage.
Oh, it's disadvantage.
Yeah, well, you're in the middle of the fight.
It's still 21.
Exactly the same. Exactly the same. You see that? Then she's starting to
You
lower.
can be free here.
Yeah, well, you see that she's starting to lower her sight, like she has probably lost that jihad, I must die for my god attitude. You don't think that 6 seconds of talk have made her lose her faith in her god, but Brock, what will you do?
I'm going to try and restrain her.
All right.
I was literally gonna say he's gonna throw a Pokeball. It's injured.
Yeah, I'll try and restrain her. Actually, maybe I have manacles. Crazy enough.
Yeah,
So
well,
I
you can
did.
start grappling her.
I'll just grapple her. Yeah. So what do you want? Strength check.
Athletics checking.
All right.
Alexander has manacles.
And I'm sort of saying it is. The gods are false prophets. They're not true gods. We all can be as they.
All right, so you try to restrain her. She seems too agile, flying between lecherous hands. And
Lecherous? She ain't no giant.
Talon.
Yes, we do have a redemption actually. Kaishin sent me an advantage.
All right.
Yeah,
For fuck's sake, guy.
for Talon, law and justice.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just stick with Alexander's. Make sure that
Right.
he's still safe here in the shadow.
So the angel looks. Well, she has avoided Brock. Let's say by avoiding him, she has flown some 5 feet up, and she looks down at you, Levarion, from a perching point, and spreads her wings, and she says, "You are honorable opponents, and I'm sure we shall meet again
On your day off, come and drink a beer with us.
when you come and visit my lord. Then maybe we will talk again."
Out here in Nexus, it's better here. Your Lord's beer is kind of shaky.
And if you let her, she will fly inside the portal, unless you want to try and stop her.
I
No,
would still like to do a persuasion trick.
Yeah,
Just
well,
because.
persuasion check to do what?
Just to make sure that she actually wants to come back.
Okay, yeah, make me a persuasion check. Yeah.
It's not that good.
You
Still
think that, yeah, but that's the
okay.
thing. You think that, you know, your words and your sincerity have actually had an effect on her. Clearly, she's not changing her life for this 12 seconds of talk, but you think that, you know, like
It's intriguing.
a little door is opening. Brock, do you let her go?
I do let her go, and I just look up at her and I say, "You tell your master that one day we will face to face. One day soon."
She hovers on top of the portal. She looks at you, Brock, also, and she does a little nod with her head, and she says, "The master
Tips
is
her
waiting.
fedora.
The master is waiting for you." And then she drops.
I just give a little bit of a singe right at the end with the sunlight. And then I'll dismiss it if the shadows have sort of like...
Yes, eventually all the shadows are like...
And then Brock sort of just collapses onto his knees, like, from the strain of concentrating on the spell. And he's just like,
I'll rush to
what
Alexander.
have you done, Wada?
Dump
What have you done?
all the healing into him.
all the healing.
Ew.
Just like 60 points of lay on hands. Just like...
You lay all those points into him, and
Yep.
you can see, like, he opens one eye just, like, a little bit. He's like, no, I'm taking a nap. Leave me alone. He closes it again. He's very obviously awake.
Just one thing, Levarian. So you passed by here. Do you have a coin on you?
Nope.
No? Okay, very well. So yeah, you go to him and you do your healing. Alright, so yeah, eventually Alexander wakes up.
Yeah, like, oh wait, I'm napping.
Good. I did my best to keep them safe, but I'm not a healer.
I know that this is not a fight you want to fight, Charlin. But thank you for helping Alexander.
Well, Alexander wasn't the Oathbreaker here.
True. But then theoretically, I'm not really following Shadow Throne either.
I can't break an oath I haven't made.
Yeah.
He still has his eyes closed, but he's obviously paying attention. He kind of just does finger pistols as he's just so tired. He doesn't
He's
have...
high up, you're not sleeping, you're just being entranced with your eyes open. That's what you do.
Nah, he's just laying there, eyes closed, like,
So,
I want to sleep.
I'm
I just
free, come on."
want to actually sleep.
Brock's gonna go up to Durnan and put a few platinum coins on the table
Yeah, there
and
was some
say,
chaos.
sorry about the mess.
What in the name of things was that? He cannot say the name of the lady. He doesn't. He fears the god. It's a very dangerous situation. What is going on here?
That
Dave,
is
he's
you
trying to mess
lacking
with
to
Black
protect
and
us,
Sigil.
Durnan. You swore we would be safe in your house. Why aren't we? One of our friends is gone.
I never seen those things
You
coming out of the
have
portal.
said you would protect us in here. We would be safe. Why weren't we?
Clearly, your enemies are more powerful than the protection offered by these here tavern. Who
Yep.
are your enemies?
Ever heard of the mysterious Shadow Throne?
The name rings some bell, but I mean, must be
Yeah, it's new.
a recent god.
Recent god, if you can call it that. A usurper of sorts. Pilfered some of the portfolio of many of the other gods. Legend says it. Anyway,
So what do you have to do with him?
might just be in a unfortunate contract dealing with my immortal soul and whatnot, and my friends included, and yeah, this deal's getting worse all the time.
So you have a deal with him?
Nah, he's full of shit. He hasn't delivered shit. I consider him an oathbreaker.
So you don't have a deal with him,
I had a deal with him.
but you don't anymore.
Well, we haven't talked yet.
He starts to look at you like, well, I mean, you better sort it out, because, you know, we can't have celestials popping out here, or whatever those things were, and shadows. I mean, you've been good clients so far, and I'm happy to have you here, but you need to sort these out, alright?
Yep. Agreed. No, no,
One drink on the house for everyone. And you know, some people that knew Nuada, they leave their drink to Nuada, wherever he may be.
Silly bastard. Hopefully he's reunited with Sheeta.
Alexander will kind of like finally get up after his like 10-minute nap.
No, I mean, if you were killed, you can immediately stand up, unless you want to nap for.
You're still exhausted though, right?
Yeah, he was just laying there with his eyes closed, like, I wish I could sleep. I wish I could sleep. Just kind of taking like this elven nap.
You can sleep if you want. You don't have to, but you can.
Ah. He never learned how to sleep. What is sleep?
All right.
And he's gonna head to the edge of the little abyss. Like,
Uh-huh.
how deep is this?
You do not see the hand of it.
Hey, Darnum, how deep is this?
He says, that's a magical portal. Either you. They say that if you don't enter it with the right key, you just keep falling.
It's as deep as the glow in your eyes, Alexander.
Oh, right.
And just,
Yeah, I get
like,
it now.
Looks at Levari like I'm too tired for your shit right now.
What? But I do only do shit.
Guys, we need a plan. Our numbers are dwindling. We're gonna need help if we're gonna do this. Where's the next coin? Do we even know?
Do we have to?
We haven't gotten a sign yet as to where the next coin
So,
is.
How
Talon,
to deal with the next coin?
when you move from here to here,
Yes.
you pass very near to the door, and you see that as you approach the door, the entryway itself starts to shine with this kind. Well, starts to be surrounded by these tendrils of shadow and purple light, and once again, the inside of the doorway becomes this silvery mist. You have seen this happening before.
I guess we just found out where the next coin is.
Well, there'd better be giants in there.
I can tell you there's a giant pain in my ass right now.
Yeah, you look like you could use a sleep, to be honest.
Yeah, can we take like a 4-hour break?
I don't think that's gonna do it, mate.
Okay, well,
can you carry me for 4 hours? I'll let you meditate a
or
little bit.
some healing magic can help. I don't know if you have what's called greater restoration.
Oh, yes, I do. But is it memorized?
You give me a few
It is
minutes.
memorized.
I'll spawn.
So greater restoration will restore 1 level of fatigue.
I'm at 3.
Yeah. So if you cast it once, it will bring him to 2 levels of fatigue.
That's all you're getting. I've got all my top spells spent already.
Which means 2 levels of fatigue means you have disadvantage on ability checks and your speed is up
Yeah.
for the moment.
Well, let's not keep the coin waiting, shall we?
I'm gonna have to
Sorry,
rebuild that statue and integrate water into it.
So, Tarlin, why didn't you help out sooner?
Why would I? They were only here after an Oathbreaker. You of
Right
all
thing to
people
do.
should know it with the oaths you swore.
Yeah. It's for to bring in the lawless. They endangered a bunch of innocent people, as far as we can tell.
Was
It would have been
anyone-
wrong for me not to stand up against them.
Has anyone innocent been injured?
No, but there was the risk.
That's
That's
an
They
how
made
assumption.
tired.
That's an assumption. As I said when I brought you back, pass judgment on law abiding and law breaking. That's what you swore earlier.
Standing
Yeah,
at the
I still
door,
held that.
standing at the door, Brock looks back over his shoulder at you guys and is like, "It's enough of that, lads. We just have to get this done." And he steps through.
All right. Is Levarian here? No, he's gone.
No. He wanted me to play him.
Okay.
Oh, he
so,
did. He wrote that. Okay, it's true.
He's back. Okay, very well. Now, one important thing for both Levarian and Brock, you realize clearly so far Shaladron or his minions had never acted against you in a such an obvious way. Huh? And it seems that even though Shadron cannot act directly in Sigil, his minions have no such issue. So you start to realize that at this point, since you have made a pact with Shadowtron, but you have renounced him in some way, he may be after you. Which of course puts a bit of a pressure in you making sure that you can solve this issue. Now today, some people in the Yawning portal were at danger. You realize that, now you have a target on your chest. And this could keep coming back at you in the future. That said, both Levarion and Alexander are tired. Levarion, you only have one level of disadvantage on ability checks. And Alexander has disadvantage on ability checks and speed halved. Yep. Okay, very well. So Brock has entered the portal. Do you guys follow him?
Alexander will be the last one, as he's going to pour out a flask of holy water down the Yawning portal for Nawada.
All right.
I mean, I'm not going to pour out a beer. That's wasteful. But I'm going to purify that hole.
All right.
That's what she
And
said.
I want to check something with Durnham.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of portal is this? You just keep falling, so is this like a resetting portal, or does this? Do you think this portal leads to another
This
realm?
one?
Yeah, the one in the middle.
The Yawning one.
Okay. Durner, the Yawning one. Durner tells you that, that is a very special portal. He says, normally, that would only bring you to some kind of extraplanar fortress of some mad wizard called Halaster. But more and more, especially when we started appearing here in Siege, people with the right key have used this portal to go different places. So somehow this portal is special in the way that it brings to different locations depending on the kind of planar key that you possess.
Alexander pulls out the coin that he has and kind of looks at it. He rolls it between his fingers like, "Hey, Durnham, you're well connected around here, right?
I know a guy who knows a guy.
Do you know anybody who might be able to hide special items from any praying eye?"
Well, before you ask me to hide something for you, I just want to make sure we understand one thing. Do you have the same kind of issue that your dwarven friend has?
I'm tagging along. I have no deal with this fellow.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that I don't want to get involved in troubles with gods. So before you ask me this favor, does it have anything to do with what just happened here?
Yeah, it does. I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy.
Then you would do me a mighty favor if you would not ask me.
Well, if you, either way, still interested, put the word out. I'll see you later.
I'll see you later.
Alexander will flick the coin, catch it, kind of like sloppily, like he's tired, so he kind of like messes up the catch a little bit, and he just steps through the portal.
I mean, you could throw it into the portal, man. Just here.
No, I'm not gonna throw it into the Yawning portal.
Okay.
I need to get an item before I feel safe doing that.
I'll call out to Tarlin. He hasn't gone through the portal yet, right?
I've gone through.
You've gone through? Oh, because you were still in.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure.
Okay.
For
Whatever.
fuck's sake.
Yeah, Alexander said he was the last remaining, so I figured we would all go
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Right.
Alexander would have done that after everybody left.
Yeah,
so.
after everybody's gone. Yeah, no problem.
So before we walk into the portal, Tarlin,
Yeah.
I'm going like, so you're gonna do the coin thing, right?
I made a deal.
Is your vision gonna harm innocents?
No.
If at any point it would you tell me?
Sure. I haven't harmed any innocents yet.
Then I will support you in getting the Shadow Throw coins.
Thank you.
And I'll walk through the portal.
All right. Alexander will do his thing, and you will also go. Alexander.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, very well.
I thought you were talking to someone else because I thought I saw it
There's
was
only one Alexander. Okay, very well. So you also step through the portal, and boom, bam. You all.
Sorry, I've had like 2 hours of sleep so far.
Ah, that's okay.
2 levels of exhaustion.
Right. Two levels of exhaustion. Yeah, clearly. Okay. So.
Inspiration.
In fact, I woke up from my 2-hour nap to join the session.
Oh, nice.
All
Thank you.
comes
Thank you.
around.
Thank you.
This
All
is
right.
why-
So.
why you get free shields, you know.
Okay. So you step through the portal, and when you come out of the portal, you find yourselves at the entrance of a cave. Like it looks like a cave on the side of a hill, more or less. The wilderness around you, it's like more hills, a bit desolate. You don't really see any town or village around you. Maybe not too far away from where you are. There seems to be a path, and maybe in the distance a lake. But it looks like you are somewhere in a semi-civilized wilderness of random ward number 25. And you are at the entrance of this cave. But when you arrive there, you hear a voice coming from behind you. So it's almost like you just exited the cave, and something from inside the cave is talking. And it says, "Ah, it took you some time to get here."
We'll turn around and go like, what?
When you turn around, you see that inside the cave, there is a little fire has been made, and there is a figure sitting by the fire, covered in this. Well, it's not a big cloak, but it's a big figure. Not as big as an ogre, but not that far away from that side. And
Not enough that my weapon is glowing.
not enough to make your weapon glow, indeed. I want to make sure that this is like this. Yeah. It is not a giant. No. Okay. So not enough for your weapon to glow. But one thing that is clear is that even though this creature is sitting by the fire and it's covering this gray cloak, frayed gray cloak, it has big horns coming out of its bull-like head.
Do I know Minotaurs or don't I?
You do.
Good Sir Minotaur, we've just been fighting angels. It's been quite a rough moment. Maybe rest by your fire before we continue on.
He says, "This fire I made for you. Come sit."
Oh, how quaint. So what's your connection in all this real quick before it turns out you're some assassin with like a bunch of goblins in the corner or something? You're not here to ship us, are you?
Corner goblins are the worst.
He
They're
says,
tiny rectangular arses all over the place.
he chuckles. Minor chuckles. And, he looks especially at you, Alexander. And he says, no, I'm not an assassin. Unless we are here to assassinate gods, that is.
Does this guy seem legit, or is he just trying to coax me in here?
That was your inside check, okay. He seems to be quite sure of what he's saying. You don't see there is some sarcasm in his words, but no deception.
What do you know
Enough
of
for me.
gods?
He looks around at you and he says, before I answer your question, I need to make you a question. Have you ever heard of the Bull of Vengeance?
Have I ever heard of the Bull of Vengeance?
If
History?
you don't know, then you haven't.
Okay.
Well,
Enlighten me.
back home there was this mighty big bull that sometimes messed with the people who were kind of meanest to the cows. So I mean, I know of a bull of vengeance. I don't know of the bull of vengeance, if there is a the.
He half laughs at your bad joke, and he kind of looks up, and he goes like, "Well, Lord, if that's what you sent us, that's what you sent us." No. You see, I think I have to tell you a story. There was a...
Sits down by the fire.
Yes, he actually even comes out, he takes like some bottle of something.
Ooh.
He says, this is fermented yak milk. Levanin is going to sleep? Okay. So, he says, you see, there is this place where there was this bunch of, let's call them heroes, right? They went around the world solving problems, getting very powerful. And at one point, they kind of like, shall I say, went too far, and they risked a real lot. Then again, Lady Luck was with them, and they survived. Now, some of them, they got power, real power. Maybe you know who I'm talking about.
I have a vague, sneaking suspicion that it has something to do with shadows and thrones.
That is a fact, my dwarven friend.
The usurper.
Well, be that as it may, usurper or non-usurper, I mean, heroes, that is what they do, right? I mean, what they call heroes. They go around, some of them steal loot, some of them kill monsters, some of them, yeah, they steal the power from the gods. But some other, they earn their power. Now, Shadowtron wasn't the only one getting something out of all this adventure. My lord, the Bull of Vengeance, he got power too.
I see. Tell us
And
more.
he became the Punisher of the gods. See, gods, they don't like to fight each other. Too much chaos. Too much collateral damage.
Yeah, I think they got a bit sick of it.
Yes, but there are some creatures. They call them proxies. They work for the gods, but some of them are a bit outside of this whole hierarchy.
Right.
Well, the Bull of Vengeance is one of those.
Like a demigod?
Let's just say they call him the Punisher of the gods. When gods they step too much out of their boundaries, the Bull of Vengeance come in.
What about Shadowthrone then?
I have the feeling that Shadowthrone is stepping a tiny little bit outside of your boundaries.
Yeah,
Messing
well,
with mortals, giving away artifacts, attacking them through his minions. I think he could use a lesson.
wait, are you the Bull of Vengeance?
No. He says, I just so happen to be a Minotaur, like my lord was when he was immortal.
Yeah, but that's
But,
exactly what a god in disguise of a minotaur would say, right?
He looks at you and he says, I see what you are thinking here, but I'm just a messenger. Alright?
Still what the Lord in disguise.
Yeah, yeah.
Very well. I wish I was the Bull of Vengeance, alright? No, I'm not Bull, I'm not him. Look at my fur. It's brown. The Bull of Vengeance is red.
Has anyone ever seen the Bull of Vengeance and lived?
Prestidigitation. It's a cantrip.
Look, messenger,
So,
bull of
Mr.
vengeance.
Bull, what's your name?
They call me the Prophet. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, he's definitely the Bull of Vengeance.
Yeah.
Do people
Yeah,
all have
yeah.
these funny nicknames, or is it just your clan?
Let's just say I had to give up my name to serve the Bull of Vengeance.
Alright, Prophet. You're the Prophet, you're not the Bull of Vengeance.
It doesn't matter.
Alright, prophet of vengeance.
He drinks a bit from his yak milk.
It is
And he
pretty
goes like,
good.
Now, it is actually, it's very strong, something that a dwarf can appreciate. Now, as I was saying,
It actually turns rancid when you ferment it. By the charm.
thing is, Shadow Throne, he hasn't crossed that boundary yet. At the same time, I think that you are kind of nudging him in that direction.
Oh, wonderful. Guys, he hasn't crossed the boundary yet, so let's hope he doesn't cross that boundary and send an army after us.
So-
First one was just a hit squad.
I've been looking at you for some time, and I think you can use some assistance to push him in that direction.
Push him.
And you see that then he looks at Tadley, and he says, and I know where you stand in all this, but this is fine, because there is nothing that the Punisher of the Gods love more than a fair fight.
Or if
Yeah, me too.
See,
if
the Punisher,
Shadow Throne crosses the border and breaks our deal, then all bets are off.
this is the secret. The Punisher of the Gods wants him to know. And he wants him to know that he wants him to know.
Right.
So here
Alright.
is me coming as a servant of the Punisher of the Gods to make you a gift. Then he looks at you, Alexander. And he
Oh,
says,
God.
you're a mercy killer, right?
I am. I'm in a bit of training. Apparently my skills aren't exactly on point yet.
That is exactly the kind of person we need. So, and you see that he stands up, and in the back of the cave there is some of his stuff. And he comes back holding something in his hand, and it's a bow. And he goes like, I think you could use this.
Alright, what's the stick here? What's the shtick?
The shtick?
Yeah, what's the catch? People don't just give stuff.
Well,
Except maybe our dwarf here. He gives a lot of things, but specifically to giants.
well, the catch is very easy. I don't want you to change your mind, Alex.
Oh,
Sure.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Clever.
sure.
And he gives you the bow if you will accept it.
Why
Does-
not?
Wait.
And you
Wait.
can see that
No.
in the magic items appeared a thing called Kill Skull Longbow.
Let's see if we can see it here for the folks at home. Kill
So,
Skull.
as Alexander's reaching out, he hears Brock go, say, "Hold on." It's like, "What? What? Speak up, come on."
I was just going to identify it first, so... Yeah, it's a little bit... about an inch shorter than I would have made it, and... I don't know, not quite as thick, but... let
Well,
me...
if you made it any shorter, it wouldn't be a bow for me.
It's actually a longbow, but okay.
I identify it, I guess.
Yeah, well, since this is a gift from the prophet to Alexander, when you hold it and if you accept it, you can immediately attune to it and realize what his powers are.
I could give up and I don't go attune to this. I'll de-attune the gloves of missile snaring.
All right.
Alexander will kind of grab the bow. He's still kind of tired, but he can appreciate a well-made bow. He's kind of trained his whole life to use these things, so he's kind of figured out how to pinpoint the craftsmanship details of a bow, like how good the wood is, the string, and he kind of just gives the string a few pulls. He kind of turns it back and forth in his hand. He's like, well, I mean, I haven't seen a bow quite this good. Brock, I know you're gonna say something, and you might be able to do better. I'm not gonna doubt.
It's decent. It is decent.
We'll talk about this later, not in front of the prophet.
So what do you say?
Basically, Alexander is just trying to cut off Brock before he goes into detail about how he could have done better. After he's kind of done addressing Brock, he's like, "It's a pretty nice bow."
He says, "I think this will even the odds a bit, and you keep doing your job, you keep defying Shadow Throne, and there will be more help coming."
Oh. Alright.
Now, there is a reason you're here, right?
Yeah, I was about to say, do you know anything about this place?
In fact, I do. And he stands up and he starts to go to the entrance of the cave. And he says, not too far away from here, maybe a couple of hours, following that path, and he points at the path, to the west, you will find a stronghold. See, this place has been plagued in a certain way by giants.
Giants, you say? Tell me more.
Giants. Hill giants, specifically. But something
still.
has changed recently.
I see.
They are better organized, more aggressive.
That doesn't sound
Something
right.
has stirred them in a certain way. And also the fact that you have appeared here, it means that Shadowthrone must be involved somehow.
So, when we say more aggressive and stirred, do we mean more of a berserk style, just smash everything in front of them, or are we talking tactical?
We're talking tactical.
Ah, fuck.
Nice.
If there's
Like,
large
they're not
ladies
just
in it,
content.
I'm in.
They're not just content with stealing and eating. They seem more set on conquering in a certain way.
Right.
We'll not have that. Not from the hill giants. No, that's not acceptable.
I thought you might have said that, Brock. And he looks at your hammer. He seems to be knowing a lot about all of you.
Yeah, because he's a god.
So, Mr. Prophet, what do you know about these things? Do their tactics resemble any important figure you might know? Was there any strange individuals who came into this part of town recently that might have caused this that we should know about? Any information at all?
He thinks about it for a bit, and it's like I can't help you a lot for what concerns their plan. I also kind of only just arrived. Well, not exactly just, but I mean, time can get relative. And what I know is that they're not behaving normally. There is something greater behind them or moving them.
Don't worry, we'll find out. We will profit. You seem to know things, and know of things.
Not all things.
And maybe some things. What do you know of the Titan Zadara?
You took the words right out of my mouth, Brock. I was about to ask the same exact thing.
You see that he grins and he says, I have been in Sigil a few times. To approach you, in fact. So I know a bit of the movers and shakers of that city. And I see that Zadara has taken an interest in you.
Oh, I know. I've taken an interest in her too.
I will...
God damn it.
He looks at you. Very ambitious. Now...
Please don't get him started.
One thing I can tell you. Zadara, she is the Titan of potential.
Mm-hmm.
And if she has seen something in you, it means that in order to help you to unlock your potential, she will do whatever she can.
Oh, I know how she can unlock my potential.
She may be... Oh, wow. Wow. She may be still an ally in all this. What you must be careful about, though, is she does not care for good or evil. She only cares about, as I was saying, unlocking your potential. So she may be helping all of you to try and achieve all of your goals, irrespective of the force or god or philosophy you serve.
I'm down with that, that's fine. I serve no gods. There's a little god in me.
In this struggle between Full of Vengeance and Shadowthrone, you can consider her a neutral party.
Right, I got you. Trust Zadara.
So,
Yep. I'm already there, mate. Just gotta
Prophet
make her trust
fella.
me.
you talked a little bit earlier about pushing Shadow through. How do we figure out that he's been pushed far enough?
Well, he gave you a task. When this task will be accomplished, he will be forced to confront you in a way, in one way or another, either to try and not pay you, or to keep his word and pay you. This is something I don't even I know what his true intentions are. One thing I can tell you, the power that is in those coins, it's part of Shadowthrone himself.
And why do we have to collect them from all these different places?
He looks down for a moment and he says, this is something I do not know. Why doesn't he go look for them himself or through his own?
Well, our working theory is that he's a fake god. But you're
roll me
saying he's
also an
not a
insight
fake god.
check, Brock.
Okay.
Just Brock?
Oh, okay, everyone.
Yeah, alright.
He was just directly asking the question. But okay, so Brock, what you already noticed is that you think that in his last answer, he was like carefully considering what to tell you and what not to tell you. So he may know more.
So,
Is this one of those the time is not right things?
If you
Is
have
that,
any,
is that what you tell him, or
That's what I say to him.
that's what you say to him? He says, No, this is more of a. It could go different ways, and I don't want to give you information that is not.
And you kind of implied you're out of step with time or something like that. Has it got something to do with that?
He looks at you and he says, "See, as a prophet, I need to spread the good word. Different place and different times. There's only one prophet."
He's definitely a god. Definitely.
So he really likes these coins. Do you think if we could find a way to pretty much asset denial him, that push him? Do you think?
What I think, but I do not know, and that is why I am not so sure you should use this information way, is that a big part of his power is inside the coins. At the same time, he's using mortals to retrieve them. Shadowthrone has played long cons when he was a mortal, and again when he's a god. So something is behind all this. But as I said, I am not sure.
Unless you
Beautiful.
say there is no proof that he will betray us.
There is no proof. Once again, maybe he sincerely needs somebody else to retrieve the coin, and he will give you your wish once you give him the coin. Or this is all a ruse, but then I don't know what for.
Either way, I'd be careful. Wishes are
The only
usually
way to
speedy.
understand is to get nearer and nearer to him.
That's right.
And this is something that I cannot do. You are in this game. You are those that can get near to him.
Alright. Well, I don't know if we should get going to these things, or do you lads need a little bit of a sleep? You're a bit tired, aren't you?
He looks at the cave and he says, "The place is yours. As I said, I was just passing by."
Yeah,
Right.
good yak
Cool.
milk. Where can I get some more?
He will leave you the bottle. And he says, "I'm going to go home anyhow, so I'll go get some for myself."
Alright, say hi to your friend.
He takes his bags, starts to go for the cave, and he goes like, "Good luck."
Thanks, Prophet.
And,
See ya, Bo.
and he lives.
I'll take the first watch since you're all tired.
Look, stop understating how
Uh,
exhausted I am. What are
I
those
can
shadow
I
things
can
biggest?
watch if you want. I don't need to rest. I just had breakfast.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, but that's also the thing. Like, yeah, it was like middle morning. You just had a long rest. So if you want, you can have a short rest, but you will have to wait another, I don't know, 12 hours before you can have a long rest. Unless you want to stay in this cave for 12 hours.
I'm good to go.
It's
I'm
a nicer
turned on.
cave. It's a nicer place.
Yes, let's play some chess. Checkers.
Hey, Brock, that yak milk is pretty, it's pretty stiff, right?
Mm.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard do you think it'd be for a high elf to drink it? You know, us elves being a bit more, how would you dwarves put it, weak?
Well, I wouldn't call it a weakness per se. It's just, you know, you're fragile in a way that dwarves aren't.
Hand me the bottle.
Alright, you're asking for it.
Alexander is just gonna take the biggest drink he can. He's like, alright, let's go. Oh,
Yeah,
Like
just
it-
imagine the big hairy yak teeth that came from.
I'm imagining much worse. No matter like how good it is, Alexander is just always going to react poorly to this. He's probably not much of a milk guy in any like sense of the term. So he just like drinks. He's like, oh, all right, I don't want to rest anymore. Let's go.
Oh great, a lactose intolerant elf.
I'm lactose intolerant. I just hate the taste.
Yeah, you can go behind then, mate.
I always do anyway.
So no one's taking
That's
a rest.
new information.
I'm out like a light.
Okay.
If you
Oh,
want, you
good.
can have a short rest.
Gotta wait until this one over.
The better I understand, you're out, but you can only have a long rest every 24 hours. So,
Yeah.
24 hours didn't pass from your last long rest. But as I said, if you want, you can consider cash.
Hey, Brock, can you do the thing where you make a sleigh so like we can just lay down and you can drag us, Mr. Big Strong Hammerman?
I'll take 10 minutes to cast Tensor's floating disc.
All right.
Perfect. We can nap on the go. Let's go. If we get interrupted, we get interrupted.
It's still the same. Okay, so do you want to spend some dice?
I do not.
I will.
Might as well.
I'll cast that around the end of their short rest, by the way.
Sure.
Oh, do I want to spin more hit dice? I'm at the magical number 69. Oh. Send me a message, gods. Do it. Do I do it? I do it.
You to it.
There we go. That's the number I like.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm good. How much do I have to sleep in order to get rid of exhaustion?
You have to have a long rest.
Goody.
I mean, you can probably bribe Dwarfy over here to
No spells.
magic.
No spells left.
No spells left. Okay, wow.
None that's level 5 and above.
Ah, okay.
Wait.
All right.
That was holy magic, wasn't it? Don't you do holy magic, Lavarian?
Sure. Okay, so what do you do then after your short rest?
We head out into the wilderness towards. Well, we follow the path.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm good.
Yes. Like if I see any sort of shelter or any markings to a certain moon goddess that might enjoy our presence, I'll just keep an eye for that.
All right. Okay, very well. Well, as I was telling you, there doesn't seem to be a lot around here. Though, when you start going on the path, like a couple of hours following the path, you start to see in the distance this gigantic steading. I'm going to put you very near to it, but you are not necessarily that near to it. If you want to stop before at some distance, of course you can.
If we enter it, does our magic stop working?
What magic?
Any magic?
If you enter what?
The steading.
There is a joke here that I don't get.
Okay. Has anyone read Wheel of Time?
Nope.
Ah, okay, very well. Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Jeez, guys, your intertextuality is really shit.
Yeah, it's bad. Okay, very well. So yeah, down on the right, you would see yourselves and standing. Okay, so in the distance, you see this gigantic timber stronghold. All the other walls are made of logs at least 1 meter in diameter, and it is kind of raining. It is wet fog. The place is pretty damp, almost swampy, but not white, and quite depressing. Even from a distance, you can already start to hear the grunts and shouts and voices of a big number of giants that probably lives inside this gigantic.
Brock, calm your tits.
Your hammer is really shaking in your grip.
That's not the only thing he's shaking in his grip.
I think I need to restart Roll20 again because now the map is all black.
No, scroll down to the
Have you
bottom
gone
right
down
corner.
to the right? Yeah.
Yes, I am at the bottom right.
Ah, okay, then that's it. Is your bat with you, finally?
It's supposed to be, yes.
Sure. Okay.
Maybe you should check the token first to see if it has sight.
In fact, if possible, I would like to have the bat scout a bit before coming too close to the steading.
Which is not a steading, it's a steading.
Yeah, a steading.
Yeah. I'm trying to put your bat on the map. Nothing happened. Yeah, it happened.
Restarted and it's still black to me.
Okay.
Why it's gotta be black?
Why does it have to be black? Okay, very well. So as I said, you don't have to be that near. If that's what you want. Your bat can go around, checking stuff a bit. There are a few windows. I don't see any windows on this map. Really? What kind of place is it?
Well, if it's a steading, it's a fortified building, so
Yeah, so there shouldn't be any windows. Okay,
No.
we accept that.
at least not on the bottom level.
Then you do see that there is a door here. Well, a big front gate, let's say here,
Brock, what do you know about how giants live?
and there seems to be
They
another
live
entrance.
large.
There seems to be another entrance up. Wait, I will put the bat there so you can see.
I still don't see anything.
Oh, yeah.
Considering this is your special interest, Brock, do you think most giants that we would encounter in the wild would be inclined to eat us or to help us if we arrive at their doorstep?
Well, it depends on the kind of giant. Hill giantesses need to be overpowered with brawn if you're to have a discussion with
For
them.
all we know, this building is a giant bordello.
Brock rushes to the front door.
And then, see, cloud giantesses are far more sophisticated and have a lot more taste, and they're quite a considerable height larger than hill giants. I mean, they're a respectable size, but they are to dwarves as halflings are to. I mean, they are to other giants as halflings are to dwarves.
Okay, so they're repulsive. I haven't seen
They're
you
that
going
too,
around
yeah.
serenading halflings, so I'm kind of assuming.
Well, they're very small. How would it even work?
Nobody knows.
Well,
Maybe with a telescope kind of device.
You've thought about this.
These and other random
I've
bantering.
seen you try and hit on a titaness. I mean,
Hey, there are ways.
So,
There are
how do
ways.
you want to
telescope.
approach this?
I think we should go to the other door to the north because it looks like it's less travelled.
yeah.
Ah, yeah, sure.
Well, while we
Let's enter
approach,
via the back.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Okay, so
okay.
wait, there seems to be
take them in the
three
back entrance.
Wait, there I will put one of you next to each entrance so that you just. What kind of entrances are there? Yeah, sorry, my friend, you have been selected. So there's one to the north, one to the south, and one to the east.
Oh, this one to the east.
Yeah, that's where Levarian is. That's the east, right? Yeah.
Oh, right, yes. Yep.
And one to the north, where now Tallinn is.
I
We can't
tell.
see Tallinn,
If you go all the way up,
which
nobody
means
can see
that,
Tallinn. Oh, really? You can't even
that
see
he
Yes,
probably
I
does
thought
not have
maybe.
sight. Which
Okay,
might
wait,
be
I'll-
why he can't see anything.
He doesn't have sight. No.
And he's gone.
And he's gone. With Zambo.
Yeah, I've been restarting a few times, but it doesn't seem to fix it.
I like how we're in
Oh,
generic
like
fantasy
that.
world
Oh,
number
wait,
25.
Something this happened. Okay. Do you see him now? Do you see something now, Tallinn?
Now my game is still reloading.
Okay. Because maybe something was going on here.
No, it's all black.
It's still all black. Wait, 60 times. I think I may know what's going on. For some reason, your token didn't have sight. Why? It's always the same token.
Weird.
And save. What about now?
Now I have sight.
Hey.
Where is my bat somewhere as well?
Yeah. Wait. We'll get your bat.
If it's if it's not
Bottom
on the map,
right
I
corner.
can drag it on myself. But
So, as we approach, Alexander is going to try to look for tracks that might give us an idea of how many people are in there.
okay, I have sight of the bat as well now, so looks like it's fixed.
Okay. Sorry, Alexander. You were saying?
As we approach, Alexander would look for tracks to kind of get an idea of how many might be in there.
Sure.
If they're all of the giant class.
Make me a survival check.
Because of exhaustion, I have disadvantage on this.
Yeah.
20.
All right. So you would say that by judging the surroundings, setting, there is indeed a big population of giants, so some kind of huge humanoid creatures, judging by the tracks that they've left. Clearly, these giants, they must use a big amount of large wolves as pets. And with large, I mean like horse-sized wolves. And here and there, you probably spot also tracks of some lesser giants, maybe ogres.
Right. Seeing that he's kind of like feeling around in the dirt, kind of doing like your typical hunter thing that you see in the movies. Kind of touches the dirt, like brings it up, kind of rubs his fingers in it, sniffs it. It's like we might be dealing with dire wolves, possibly ogres as well.
Yeah.
Got to be a large amount. Can't give a straight figure.
You think he more than 20 giants?
At least 20. 20 plus, I'd say. I can take a peek inside. I can't guarantee I'll come back out, but
I just want to know which door to go through. I can't wait very long either. I have to get my eyes on these warlocks.
well, I can always do my trick of becoming a ghost, peeking in.
Astral scouting?
Hey.
What game is this?
What,
and I
what
still
door do you
remember.
guys want me to scout?
Sorry for opening and closing brackets, but I still remember my knowledge cleric starting every dungeon with arcane eye. Okay, DM, show me the map, and then, and then start. Sorry, go ahead.
Which entrance do you guys want me to scout?
Go the north one since you're already there.
Right. I will pop etherealness.
Okay,
as
I
a-
want to say though, just where you are, like next to the doors, if you get that near, you can clearly hear the baying of, I want to say dogs, but clearly you understand it's like wolves behind these doors.
Yeah. I'll kind of get close to the northern door. I'll cast etherealness.
Mm-hmm.
Peek my head through the wall. Take a look around.
Your etherealness is like what, 1 round? Etherealness?
It is 1 round.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but no, I wanted to see more your power, just to see.
Yeah, hold on.
material step. Well, so as a bonus action, you can consider a spell ends at the end of your turn. Okay, so bonus action, you become material. So you step through the door, and I'm now showing you something. You should be seeing something. Are you seeing something?
Yes.
Yes, that is a lot of puffos.
Yes.
I think we're
And then you
double sized too, right?
I think you are. Took.
Maybe it was better to have a full size so the viewers can actually see something, but
We have to zoom in, I guess. But yeah, so yeah, you see what you see, and then I suppose you step back.
Let me count these squares real quick, because my speed is half, so I have to actually take into account how much movement I have. So that was 5. Yeah, and then I'll step back out.
Okay, so that's what you did.
maybe what would you see?
Well, if you've ever been in a kennel, a really large one, a bit bigger than a normal size kennel that you might see. I want to say.
Oh. So it's full of spiders?
Dogs?
Pretty big wolfos.
Dire wolves?
Yes.
How about door number 2?
I can't do that again until I take a nap.
Well,
I'm not a ghost. I can only do that every now and then.
I don't know what's in that door, but I'm pretty damn sure that if there's a bunch of 10 dire wolves, maybe it's a good idea to go through the other door instead of go through. Like, I'm not afraid of them or anything. I'm not afraid of dogs or wolves at all. There's nothing abnormal about it, but I'm thinking that if we're supposed to be checking out what's going on, maybe it's not a good idea to get a bunch of wolves, barking and howling and chasing dwarves. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, I
makes
always
sense.
think you'd be the type to hunt them down. Pretty nice fur. Well, I mean, okay, sure. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, maybe you could make a fur bikini or something for Zadara with enough of the big wolves.
A real craftsman would.
No, a real craftsman would make a chainmail bikini out of adamantite.
Fur-lined. Fur-lined for her pleasure.
I am not.
I
allowed
prefer
to
the
let this
kiss of
discuss.
steel.
But are you sure that she does as well?
Look at them talking women while planning the assault on the head of the giant. Okay,
Guys,
yeah, sure.
come on. Let's go around the
Oh,
other
but
side.
it's fine. I mean, you go right ahead, guys.
Yeah. Okay, other door.
It's a bonding experience, right? I mean,
The one that Lavarian's at, right?
The bonding, though. I mean,
the bonding, though, yeah. I mean,
let's just listen at that thing. What do we hear at the massive gate?
So yeah, you are at the other gate. Okay, Levario, you hear also the baying of wolves. Yeah, you don't even have to roll. It's just like you understand that beyond that door there must be a lot of wolves.
Well, it doesn't sound like the doors make a lot of difference.
What?
Free puppers for everybody. Maybe we should just go by the front door to the south. Head in the south passage.
Well, there are more dogs
Right.
behind this door.
Look, we don't want our dwarf having a heart attack, so let's go through the.
No, I'm fine with dogs. I'm not afraid of dogs.
I'm not either.
Oh man.
In fact, wolves are very common where I come from. Very common.
Yeah. And the dwarves make good chewing toys, no?
Do
Squeaky
they?
noises.
Is this true? I have not tried myself.
When you go to the door there to the south instead, you hear anybody here speaks giant?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So clearly you hear some voices of giants. In fact, more than voices, you hear snoring.
I don't speak giant at all.
You hear somebody snoring in dry.
Alright.
Oh.
It sounds
I-
like the
I
the
still know
dreaming of
me.
a future
A
with
giant
Brock.
culture.
Let's go and disappoint these ladies.
As you are often wont to do.
What?
Lower their expectations so they can meet your gaze.
Blow, man.
Okay, I would also say.
No. Don't. Let's see if it's open.
Range elf? What?
Oh.
What is this?
Well, I'm an elf, so
It
it
looks
works out.
like range elf.
Oops.
Yeah. Also, it looks like this spell was handwritten by someone.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, it might have been. Okay, yeah.
I wonder what if it's dirt underneath these doors.
If it's what?
Dirt underneath the doors.
Sure.
Because I'm like, guys, I think the easiest way is to just make a little bit of a burrow. Yeah. I'll just shift a little bit of dirt to the side. We'll go under.
So, your idea is to make a small hole where only one of us is effective at a time, like we're a bunch of kobolds or rats, instead of just opening the door and having a funnel?
No, I'm saying that one person can go in, check out the situation, make sure there's no dogs, and then unlock the door if it's locked.
Okay. Good luck. I'll be resting over there.
But is it locked?
Is it?
The front gate does not to be locked.
Oh. Oh,
They're just like big iron-bound log things, and people of your size would have to use a bit of strength to try and open them up.
I'm making the burrow just to peek to make sure there's no dogs.
You sure? So you are excavating a bit below the door, so you can like crawl underneath it.
Yeah, basically it's a 5-foot
Yeah.
cube.
Yeah. Well, normally when you cast it on the ground, all it does is make it turn. But okay, I like it. So it's going to
No,
create.
but if you target an area of loose earth, you can instantaneously excavate it, move it along with the ground, and deposit it up
Yeah.
to 5 feet away. So it's basically
if it-
just two.
But if
actions.
the target is on the ground, then it just becomes difficult turn. But okay, that's fine. You can do that. So you create some thing where you can crawl through and go up the other side without making any somatic. So if you want, you can then go on the other side. And when you do go on the other side, you see indeed two giants that are asleep, basically, curled up on near an empty keg of ale, and they're just sleeping.
Giants and ale.
Oh,
This
pop
is
back
a
in
wet
and say,
dream for
"We're
Brock.
good guys. Come on, come through the barrow." Are they both male?
They're one of them is male, the other one is female. They probably just had a party.
Yeah, it looks like she's spoken for.
You're that kind of. You're like.
Look, there's.
He's a
I'm a
So,
one
yeah.
Zadara men.
I'm just saying there are certain levels, and this is below even what I'm willing to go to.
There's only one giant for me, of every kind.
Is that the hill you want to die on?
Do you see yourselves inside this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because on Twitch I see it's still outside.
That's because I didn't switch the screen.
Oh. Okay.
So that's my fault.
Sabotage. All right. So yeah, these two guys are blissfully sleeping.
Shall I take the honors? Do we want to kill these guys, or do we want to go past them?
I would just make a burrow to make sure there's no dogs under here.
You and your dogs. I know what I'm getting next time we go to Sigil.
Booze?
No, I'm getting a magic item called Anti-Brock Protection.
Anti-Brock protection.
How
Look,
does that work?
I don't know. I'm exhausted. Leave me alone. I'll figure the details out later. I'm buying a dog, is what I'm trying to say. My high elven intellect escapes me.
As it is one to do.
Oh, that's high elves for you.
Yeah,
I feel like a dirty gnome or something.
What?
he's gonna
I don't
start
like
tinkering on
gnomes.
things soon.
I like gnomes. Shifty old
Scary
bastards.
gnomes. Tiny gnomes.
Ah, it's from all the time under the sunlight. Their brains get burned to mush.
Okay, so we sneak around. We can probably deduce that these doors are going to lead to bark barks. Considering that we've, well, at least,
If
well,
that's
they
what you're
were
thinking.
second outer
The
door, right?
Dogs were pretty loud before, so do we
Yeah.
hear them anywhere around here?
From where you are, you do not hear dogs. Must say these two guys are snoring like you don't know what a train is, but they are. So they make a lot of noise. To the point that even Brock, that is in full plate armor, doesn't really have to make a check to not wake them up. They're just like. When you approach these doors, you hear a lot of ruckus coming from behind these doors. Like there is a lot of giants, most probably. It looks like they're having a feast party behind these doors.
Can we see between cracks or anything?
Sure. You know what? Once again, you don't even have to make. Oh, just open the doors, then it's easier to see what's behind.
Holy moly. That's
Guacamole.
a lot of things.
Yes, you really see like a veritable party going on there. There is hill giants, there is ogres, a polar bear, some giants that they don't look like hill giants. Like they're one is
Wait.
more rocky.
Did you say a polar bear?
A polar bear, yeah,
Oh,
or a pole bear.
Björnsson.
Yeah, yes. And they're like, they're sitting at several tables, they are eating raw meat, drinking barrels of ale, singing, talking, laughing, shouting, wrestling, joking. It's a party. So let's say you just like move the door a little bit to peek inside, and you see that they're having a party.
Brock.
Yeah,
Do you want to go have a party with the giants?
I kind of do.
Okay. See you back here in a few minutes.
Maybe we should just check this place out first.
You might miss the party.
Oh, I might miss the party. Oh, this is a conundrum.
GM,
Yes,
they're having a party in there, right?
yes.
A lot of alcohol, right?
There seems to be a lot of ale going around.
How flammable does that stuff look? Does it look like it might explode?
No. Does beer look like it might explode to you?
If you look at an action movie, everything explodes. I'm just
Only in
asking
America.
how action movie-ish we're going here.
We can go a lot action movie-ish, but I don't think beers are going to explode. That's
Or it's gonna be Police Story 2 all over
I
again.
am all for action, but beer. I mean,
Well, can I light the room on fire?
if you throw a room load of oil in it, you can. There is also a big fire in the middle of.
Fair enough. I figured I'd ask just in case.
No, of course, that was a legitimate question.
You always gotta see if you can't light an entire room on
It's
fire.
a fact. It's a fact. There are spells for it.
Elemental hazards are great. Environmental, not elemental.
I think we better come back with some more booze or something if we're gonna join this party. The yak milk's not gonna count.
Lightly close the door, then we remember that we did already enter.
Okay, so checking around the corner, I see a giant hulking shape, so I hold my face and I see Brock walk past me.
Ah, yeah. So yeah, what is happening there is, I think, yeah. So there is indeed. Brock, you turn the corner there, I see. And so you find yourself staring at a guy. Is he also asleep? Let's see. Do they all sleep in this place?
Ah, it's the temple. of the
Dozing. Yeah,
Snooze.
you see like another hill giant with an empty flagon smelling of meat still in his hand, and he is indeed sleeping. Next to him, there is some kind of iron hoop and a straight bar hanging on ropes, and you think that on top of this thing there is like a bell. There is a bell. Let me see. A second. Yeah, maybe on top of him there is like some sort of bell. It's some kind of guard post or something that would make the alarm. One thing that you notice though, that the giant is wearing a belt with a gem set gold buckle,
Hmm.
and he's also sleeping.
Hmm.
In giant, he sleeps in giant. Like in a movie, you would see these subtitles: "Sleeping in giant."
And I need the giant language to understand that subtitle.
I
So
feel
there's-
like he's doing that thing where, like, you know, in cartoons when they're snoring, they're like, but instead of like the this new noise or whatever, he's just like saying something in giant.
Yeah.
He's reciting an opera in giant.
Yeah, he's probably like, I want to kill. I want to kill some dwarf.
3, 5, 4.
Yeah.
I want to lick the toes of a dwarven chub.
Oh my god.
Sure.
Oh.
Gotta remain topical, you know.
All right,
So
Levar,
there's an
next
alarm
to the
bell,
door,
right?
you are. What was it?
There's an alarm bell, right?
There is an alarm bell there. Yeah.
Can we cut the cord to it?
Sure. Like you would like the cord is of course on top of this giant, and it's a bit on that height. So you will have like either to climb on the giant or fly some 10 feet, let's say, to reach the cord.
I.
Yeah.
Would my fiendish bat be able to chew through the cord?
With a lot of time, yes.
Can we arm the bat with a sword?
Nah, that sword might not work.
Next question: does my bat have razor wings? That would be cool. But no.
Yeah. I can cast fly on myself.
Okay.
Sure.
It would be good to disable the alarms.
Right.
And I have some daggers, so I can cut.
So you
through
cast
the
fly
cord.
yourself. Let's say you fly up to 30 feet, way away from the reach of the giant, and you cut that piece of rope. So yeah, he will have a bad surprise if he ever wins. Where is my rope? Who took my rope? The rope shortened. Shrunk. Who would have thunk? Okay.
Mommy always said this would happen when I touched myself.
Okay. So yeah.
Suddenly, Captain Subtext comes in and he takes out a segment of your rope.
Okay. So yeah. What you do?
Yeah, let's listen at the next door.
Yes. So in the end, the roll to push the door, it's only a 10 athletics check. So with a couple of tries, you can do that. And you find yourself looking at the corridor, and not much noise coming from.
Okay, sneaking into the corridor.
Okay, we'll only let you roll a stealth check when.
Oh god, no. I'm sneaking like a drunk.
I said that we'll only let you roll a stealth check when I said you roll a stealth check.
Yeah,
Listen
but
to your DM.
Don't do
Listen
it.
to your
point-
DM.
the point is, like, the moment I have to roll a stealth check, this is gonna go.
No, I will ask you to roll. Okay.
I mean,
Brock, you're next to another door. You also don't hear any sounds coming from behind that door.
Alright, I will try and push it open.
Alright. There seems to be another corridor.
Oh, this place is a maze.
Go, old style dungeon. Old school dungeon.
I heard that, Ben.
but
I suggest we hug the left wall.
I'm just worried we might do something wrong and be trapped in a big old board, whatever this place is, of very fat giants.
Oh, look, it's a bedroom.
You see a big, gigantic room with a lot of gigantic beds in it.
Cool.
There are 7 beds and various small furnishing, including chairs, nightstands, and chests. There is a torch burning at the west end of the room. There are several skins and hides covering the floor. Several others hanging on the wall. Nothing seems to be of much worth, really. It's just some kind of sort of guest room. I see you jumped somewhere there to the.
Look like there's some kind of furniture there.
It looked like some kind of furniture left. No, mostly. You know what? Make me an investigate.
Alright. I'm
Got
good
this,
at
bro.
those.
You good at those?
I believe in you, bro. You got this.
I'm not.
Who's the smartest guy here? Ah, not bad. Hey.
But
a
I am
19
lucky.
And a 19 and a 20. Okay. Basically, what happens is you you look a bit around the room and you notice that one of the unlit torches was actually an illusion. And when you go there and touch it, you notice that it is actually the illusion of a sheet, like something where you put a sword in.
A sheath, yeah.
And a sheet, yes. And inside that that sheet is a gigantic greatsword.
Oh.
Yeah. How gigantic is it? Yes, how big is this sword? Is it big enough for some of you to hold it, or does the DM have no clue? Well, we will only know in the next episode of Tales from the Yawning Portal, and then become paid by all of you. And this is where we're going to stop for tonight.
It is indeed.
Maybe
On
I
this
can
eve
check.
before the eve.
On this eve before the eve, yeah. Yeah, it is the sword of a giant, but you know, I will have to.
But it could be the short sword of a giant.
It could be
which
the
is
short
actually-
sword of a giant, right? Yeah.
With our powers combined, we can wield this giant sword to strike at the menace that is. the
Yeah, because
little
it
thing.
says it is a great sword, most recently in the possession of a cloud giant ambassador. So yeah, it's a sword that he probably uses as a short sword. So yeah,
As a letter opener.
when we will start again next week, we will know
As a
more about
toothpick.
this sword. Okay, guys.
Obviously, what we need to do is me and Levi need to like grab each side.
This
Brock
is,
can get under it, and we can just start using it as a giant, just like mace, and just like not mace,
No, it will be fine.
letter opener.
You will be able to use it as a great sword. I mean, I don't think anybody here likes to use great. In fact, you're all like apart from Brock, weaklings in a physical.
Hey, whoa!
In a physical kind of way. Okay.
I'm
no.
strong, just in different ways.
Before we leave, Ben, I just want to say, you stop the stream. Don't stop it too near to when we say hello, because sometimes you are cutting. Like, give it 5 seconds before you stop.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this is it for tonight. As we said last week, we're going to play this now every week. So every week you miss, it's a week you miss. Look at me talking bullshit. And and that's it for tonight. We are fighting hill giants, a lot of them. We'll see how this goes. And if nobody else has anything to say,
Wait, we're fighting hill giants now?
Maybe
I thought they
we
were
should
sleeping.
say to those who
Genocide.
celebrate it,
Genocide.
have a nice Christmas.
Yes, everybody have a nice Christmas. Hopefully we'll see each other before New Year's Eve, and then we can say also Happy New Year's Eve. This is all for us, I think, for tonight. And is it Monday yet?
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.